Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to Brews and Books. I'm your host Camille, and today what I have for you is some beer content, because that's what we all need, right? That's what we've been asking for, haven't we? Yes, so today I have how I basically got into beer. So I don't think I've ever talked about how I got into beer, so now's my chance. Now is my time. So yes, so first, we're gonna go ahead and crack open our beer of choice today. I took a poll on Twitter to see what you all wanted to see me drink today. So it was a choice between a sour it was a choice between a Gose or a stout. And so 6 of you chose between the bulk of you. So the bulk of you chose the Gose. So we're gonna do the Gose. So it's a Gose ale. It is by Anderson Valley. They are out of Boomville, California, and it's called the Kimmie, the Yink, and the Holy Gose Ale. It's got a bear on it. Kind of cute. A bear with antlers, if you will. So yeah. So 4.2% alcohol per volume, so it's a very light Gose, and most Goses they don't tend to be too strong in the first place. I've never had an Imperial Gose. I do believe I've had a Imperial Sour once, but they're not very common. Most of the time, Goses and Sours are pretty light beers. And the difference between a Gose and a sour, if I'm correct, is the salt content. Your Goses are going to tend to be a little bit saltier taste-wise, so it tastes like there's salt. And your sours are going to just be a little bit more sour. So that was a nice little thing. I have glasses. I don't feel like using glasses to pour. I just want to drink straight out of a can. There's something magical about drinking out of a can. So cheers, y'all. So this is actually a really good Gose, in my opinion, because it's light enough that it's super easy to drink. Like, maybe a little too easy to drink. You can probably get through a lot of these, and it's not overly sour. It definitely has more of a, what is the word that I'm looking for? Because it's not malty, and it's not really hoppy either, but it has, I always forget. At the end of it, it definitely has an ale taste, so it kind of has the wheat into it when you taste it. So the aftertaste is kind of weedy, kind of thick and smooth, and it's in flavor, not in like you consuming it and it's thick and weedy. No, but the aftertaste is thick and weedy. So yeah, it's good. I really like it. So how many beers? Out of 5 beers, I will give this a solid 3. That's really good drinking. So we're just gonna make this as quick as possible so that I don't start rambling into the abyss of my life. So let's start from the beginnings. Turned 21, I wasn't really much of a beer drinker. I really didn't drink a lot when I turned 21. It was years after when I started to really, really drink and like go out and party. I would have like glasses of wine here and there at home, but nothing too serious. And it was only until like college I was drinking a lot more liquor, a lot of mixed drinks, lots of wine, stuff like that. But I never really touched beer until like one significant moment where I was hanging out with friends. If I recall correctly, it was so long ago. And I tried a Bud Light for the first time, and I was like, this is good, but it's not that good. But it was super watery. I was like, why do people drink this? Why? It's just literally water. It tastes like water. And so I stopped drinking Bud Light, and something kind of sparked in me after that. I was like, well, I really want to try more beer. what else is out there? And so I was going on different dates with different guys, and they kind of were just like, oh, you've never really had beer, here, try this. And it was never any like super craft beer. It was always Budweiser, Blue Moon, etc. So at some point I really liked Blue Moon, and then I got out of Blue Moon because I was like, this is not my kind of beer. And I switched over to Budweiser, and I was like, wow, Budweiser is so good. This is craft beer. No, you could not pay me enough to drink Budweiser. Well, you probably could. 10 grand, I'd drink maybe like 5 Budweisers, but otherwise you could not get me to drink Budweiser now. Excuse me. So that's kind of how like beginning me starting to drink beer is really not liking it, trying different things that were quote unquote craft beer when I started coming into the beer scene. And from that point, that's when I really started trying to figure out, okay, well, what is craft beer? And living back in Houston, there was St. Arnold's, there was Karbach, and Karbach was getting a lot of traction with their brewery. So I gave Karbach a try, and I loved Karbach. I was like, this is quality craft beer. Like, this is legitimate craft beer. I love this. I won't turn back. And I did turn back. You know, they wanted more shelf space. And so with more shelf space means that sometimes the quality of your beer is the downfall. And in my opinion, that's what happened. So I stopped drinking Karbach, and if it's at a party and it's the only thing there, I'll drink it because it's not all bad. It just isn't what it used to be. So from there, and I hadn't really like picked up St. Arnold, and St. Arnold has really, really good beer. I haven't had any qualms with them, and they're pretty big. So I was going to certain breweries in town, so I was going to Karbach when I could. It's like in the city, so that's like a whole 30 to 40 minute drive from where I was living. So I was like, maybe another time. But I did go. But I was going to a lot of smaller breweries around town to kind of see what they had, and so it was really nice to get that experience. I've been to a good chunk of breweries here in Austin, and I've found some really, really great spots. It's just all about going and getting them. Most of the time I just buy my beer from H-E-B and call it a day. So yeah, the breweries here in Austin are really cool. I really enjoy them. I also used to live in Indiana, and I would try breweries out there. Kind of the same. Indiana is a sleepy state, in my opinion. They've got a decent craft beer scene, but it's just sleepy. Not a lot of people are going to breweries. They'll go to like the Oktoberfest that they have in the city, but other than that, again, sleepy. Craft beer is big, but nothing to like, wow, this is so good, to really say. So that is my perspective. So that's kind of how I got started. Didn't like beer, and then I kind of was intrigued to buy beer, and people saying, oh, well, this is craft beer, this is good beer, when in actuality it wasn't. And then just seeing kind of how breweries have, gone up and down, and then just experiencing breweries from a perspective of being a Black female and actually really, really enjoying beer. So it's been quite the journey. I think it's very interesting. And so now, I officially homebrewed, so I'm super excited about that. And it's at this point, in order for me to be in the beer community, I have to make space for myself, and I'm willing to do that. And I'm willing to put my foot in the door and say, hello, would you like to hear this pitch from me? I am worthy of being in the beer industry, and so that's my goal. I really want to get into the beer industry, and I will do whatever it takes to get there. So if that means homebrewing for a couple of years, perfect. If it means really like apprenticing and getting my name out there, possibly doing different contests and stuff like that, I'm going to do it. So that is my whole scope of how I got into beer. and where I'm going. So I'm very excited, and I look forward to making more beers, and I look forward to sharing all of this knowledge about beer with you all. So that is all for this video. I love it. I'm so glad to be on this journey, and I hope that you all are glad to be on this journey with me. I look forward to hearing to all of you. I look forward to hearing from you all. If you do like beer or you've tried beer, please let me know in the comments so like we can chat. If you have questions, let me know, because I can definitely make some more content on beer stuff, because I am pretty knowledgeable now. I know a good chunk about beer that I can definitely guide you in ways, and maybe you all will teach me some things. I'm always up for learning. So I love it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you like seeing content from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, you know. But as always, cheers to beer, cheers to books. Bye y'all.